Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're all doing great. I send you all much love and light. Thank you so much for being here with me. So this is another soulmate twin flame love reading, and this is for those of you that are in separation from your person, and this energy is going to go from the 23rd of September through the 30th. All right, you guys, so let's take a deep look into the connection and see what's going on with your person, their current feelings for you, what they want to tell you. We'll take a look at what you need to know the most, and then we'll also ask Spirit to show us what the near future holds for the connection. All right, you guys, so again, thank you for everything. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, comment, share, and let's jump right in. Before I begin your reading, I just want to take a moment to invite the Holy Spirit. Okay, you guys, so the first thing we're going to ask Spirit to show us is, how is your person feeling about you right now? What is on their mind? How do they look at this connection to you? What are their deepest feelings? Let's ask Spirit to please show us their deepest feelings. Your person is really broken up about things right now, but I can also see where if you guys are like in this energy of going back and forth, maybe even arguing, because I see like a very argumentative energy that's here. They're ready for a fight. They're ready to argue. So I would say to definitely give them some time, especially if you know that it's maybe you've been arguing off and on throughout the week and things are rocky right now. I have to be honest and tell you that if you were to try and reach out to them, they might not get back to you right away. Might even do something to block you, not receive your messages. And it's crazy because what Spirit is telling me is that there is so much mirroring going on, because I wonder if that upsets you to hear that, because I wonder if you feel like that is how you feel. If you're upset with them and you feel like they're blocking you, it's really important. But I'm sure that you guys are probably aware with these kinds of connections how you will mirror each other. That's what poses all of the challenges. So, I'm always going to be honest with you about what I see, but I don't discount that you might feel this way as well. So that's where the mirroring comes in, because if you feel like they're pushing you away, they feel like you're pushing them away. If you're laying in bed at night and you can't sleep and you keep thinking about what they said to you that hurt you, and even what you said that hurt them, feeling regret, wishing you could take it back, they are in the exact same energy, because I see all of that here. If you wonder, do they still care about you, or are you all alone in your feelings? You're not, because they feel the exact same way. So why don't maybe you guys just need to give each other a little more time to cool things off. That's for those of you that know you're in a very heated period with each other right now, especially for those of you, because I just see this Knight of Swords. It's like the energy of someone who's gonna get the last word no matter what, and they feel like they're right. And I bet you feel like you're right too. That's why it's kind of tricky between the two of you right now, because I don't think you'll be able to have a productive conversation. Because with the heatedness that I can see here, it's going to be something that just escalates. And then you guys might end up saying something that you don't mean in order to, get in the last word or prove that you're right. It's important for you to know that just as much as you are thinking of them, they are thinking of you. Just as much as if you want to talk to them and reach out to them and are also hoping that they'll speak to you and reach out to you, they want the same thing as well. Just as much as you regret where you might have said something that you really don't mean, they feel the same way. To see this overall energy come through, the Six of Cups in reverse, that's why I'm letting you know that having a conversation with them right now will not be productive, because I can see where the both of you are still holding things against one another. And I know that that's not the easiest thing to hear, again, especially if you feel like those are your emotions. But I'm not reading your emotions. I'm reading how your person is feeling about you. So if you feel like it's yours, it's the mirroring that's going on between the two of you. You're not all alone. Just as much as it's driving you crazy, it's driving them crazy. Just as much as you want to hear from them, they want to hear from you. Just as much as you're holding back and like, I'm not going to make the first move, they're holding back and saying that they're not going to make the first move either. It's crazy to see that there is so much emotion that's here. That lets you know how much the two of you are so invested in one another. Because if there weren't all of these emotions, you wouldn't care. It wouldn't be this kind of relationship connection. All right, so I just see where their current feelings for you are like they're ready for a fight. They're ready to argue. They're ready to like stand their ground. And they're ready for the last word because they feel like they're right. And I it's crazy though, because even though they feel like they're right, they still feel so guilty at the same time. You see this Nine of Swords coming through, so don't think that they're just resting easily. They're not. They're exhausted. They haven't had a good night's sleep in a while, thinking about all of this. They are being hard on themselves. But then there's a very stubborn energy in your person. But I'm sure that you already know that in dealing with them, but I can see it here too. But they do want to hear from you. That's what you need to know. They're still holding on to this. And I know that because this Nine of Wands is here. So they're wondering, like, do you still feel for me? Do you still feel the same way? Or am I all alone? Are you just going to leave me all alone? But it's not productive right now to try and hash things out. Of course, we're going to take a look at what it is that they want to tell you and what the near future holds. But if you're in a place right now where you're arguing with your person, you might want to wait till the two of you are more level-headed in order to talk. Okay, because it's just going to go around and around and around, and you're going to feel like they don't see your side, and they're going to feel like they're right and you don't see their side. Okay, so that's what I can see going on in your person's energy. I know that that's not the easiest thing to hear, so this is a reading that will definitely speak to those of you that are like in the middle of maybe having hard feelings when it comes to your person. All right, you guys, let's move along out of that energy and let's ask Spirit to show us what it is that they want to tell you that they're holding back from saying. Ask Spirit to show us what is their secret message. Cancer's energy is coming through. I wonder if you guys are Cancers watching this. Maybe you have Cancer moon or rising, or maybe you're dealing with a Cancer. I can see where your person might be a lot more hurt than you realize. I don't take that energy of Three of Swords lightly at all, because it's just the way that they feel. There's these obstacles that are standing between the two of you, and they don't know. On the one hand, they don't know if you're going to be able to overcome it, because it's like it's still very present in their energy, feeling like either someone or something is standing between the two of you. But I also see where what they want to tell you is like they'll never let go. They haven't let go. They still feel like this is meant to be ultimately deep down, and that is what they want to tell you. They still feel like maybe if, I know you don't want to hear this, but maybe even if you were to make the first move, they want you to make the first move. But I know that you probably want them to make the first move, but that's important for you to know that they feel that way too. And I know that if they were to see you make the first move, it would really mean a lot to them. And it's something that they're almost kind of using. They're almost kind of using that as a test. If you make the first move, I'll see how much I really mean to you. And I wonder how many of you feel that way. So much mirroring, because whenever I get a message, it's like countered. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's countered. You feel that way, they feel that way, both of you feel the same. It's just going around and around and around. If you guys could wait till things level out and wait till you're in a more level-headed energy, that would be the best thing to do. They might even do that as well. Wait till they start to level out in their emotions before they approach you. But it's important for you to know that I wonder what happened here to make you guys part ways. It is something that is still weighing on them. It doesn't matter how long you've been apart. Their heart is still broken without you. They're keeping that a secret. Some of you might feel like this person has moved on. They haven't moved on. Your heart will always and forever belong to them. And that is what they keep to themselves. That's the secret that's here. Always belong to them. They will always hold on, and they'll really never let go in their heart. I know that there's so much energy here, especially with this Chariot coming in reverse, that they are not gonna, I don't know, maybe some of them will, but the overall energy that's here is like, I'm not gonna make the first move. I'm not gonna move forward. And in fact, I'm testing my person to see if they're gonna make the first move, because then I'll really know how much they care for me. Someone here, it's something's got to give. Someone's going to have to do it. Hearing this, some of you might feel like you'll take that role, and others of you, I see that energy of you feeling that way and you expecting your person to do it. And you know, all the circumstances here are different. Some of you feel like that's what you deserve. But I can see where, like, deep down, the bond is still there. The ties are still there. No matter what you think, and even if you don't believe it, it's important for you to know that it is true. All right, you guys, so that is what they are holding back from telling you. Still, this energy of threes coming through. I wonder if some of you just felt like you weren't a priority in this connection. I wonder if you feel that way, because I can also see into your person's energy, and what they want to tell you is that they feel like that you still might be putting things ahead of them. I know that you know, I'm telling you how this person feels and what they want to tell you, but please don't think that I'm taking sides here. It's just important for you to know honestly, like, what's in their energy. All right, you guys, let's move along now and ask Spirit, what is it that you need to know the most? All right, let's see what messages we receive. So Aries and Leo energy is all coming through. You guys might be Leos or Aries, or maybe you have that moon or rising, or maybe a person has that energy, sun, moon, or rising, because it is here. What you need to know the most is just how much your person is still like stuck, tethered, cannot let go. They really can. I mean, that's the overall energy coming through. Pisces energy is also here, you guys. So same thing. You might have that sun, moon, or rising, or your person might have that energy. Some of you have been apart from this person longer than others. And maybe it's even many years that have passed. And maybe you guys have like really gone your separate ways and started a whole new life, because I see that energy here. That's for some of you. What you need to know the most is this person still thinks of you as much as you think of them. And even if they are in a place now where they can't break free because they've made vows to another person, or they've made promises to another person, it's really not where they want to be. Some of them just feel like, well, this is the course that I chose for myself and I can't back out of it now, even if my heart is somewhere else, truly is somewhere else. So that's a very special message for someone here that is watching, that is in that kind of situation. For others of you where this person hasn't moved on and you haven't moved on, it's like you're still stuck right now. It's crazy how much you guys won't let go of each other, yet you won't let it move forward. And that's really what the two of you want to do. They look at you as someone who is just like the ultimate catch. I mean, really has everything that they could want. Maybe they didn't always show you this. So that's why it's important for me to tell you the way that they look at you, how you come across to them. You come across to them as someone who is just beautiful from the inside out. And I mean, they really feel like no one compares to you. Who can compare to someone that has this much style, this much class, this much grace, this much taste? I mean, they just feel like you have the best taste, and they truly do value your opinion. That's important for you to know, because it just lets us know how much respect that they have for you. And I'm telling you, when I tell you that they are stuck, they can't let go, they can't move forward, they can't go back. And they're just stuck with you. Their heart is stuck with you. Being able to be with you and make things right and like get things on the right track would really mean everything to them. Because they just feel like even though they're upset right now, and you guys might even be going tit for tat and that kind of energy, you still are everything that they could want. They wonder though, do you think this way about them? Do you feel like they could be a provider? Or do you feel like they could be a spouse? Do you look at them? They want to know all of that. Do you know what I mean? It's like, so the energy here is to let you know and reassure someone that you guys are still very much together in your hearts, in your souls. It's still here. And you might have a lot of these questions. They have the same questions as well. I can see a lot of energy here of like, I'm leaving it in their hands. If they want me, they know where to find me. And again, like the energy is just, it's going around and around and around, because I wonder how many of you feel that way. It puts you at an advantage knowing, this is for those of you that feel, that don't feel so against making the first move. Because, you know, I respect if you don't want to do that based on what it is that you've gone through with them. But for those of you that are not against it, you actually have a lot of power in where this would go. Because if you were to reach out to them, we'll take a look at what the near future holds. Even if they're in that energy of like, you know, how they might be combative, give it some time. But if you were, I'm telling you that they're not going to refuse you. They're not going to refuse what their heart is telling them to do, because they truly feel like no one compares to you. I would say to just let things cool off, of course, before you were to reach out. They haven't let go. And there's still, if some of you were planning to marry this person, you're still going to get married to them. Some of you might have like gone through a really bad fight and maybe you called things off, called the engagement off. You're still gonna marry this person. That is really what the two of you want. And it will happen. Okay, you guys, so that is what you need to know the most. Let's move along and ask Spirit to show us, what does the near future hold for you guys? Let's see. It's a beautiful energy. So remember that this is just for the week ahead. So this doesn't mean forever. Okay, so I don't want you to feel like it's going to take so long for the two of you to come back together, because that's not the case. Leo's energy is coming through. You guys might be Leos here, or you know how it goes. You might have that sun, moon, or rising, or your person might have Leo, sun, moon, or rising. You see what's funny to me? Is, do you see how this is almost like a couple? Because they are both very strong, even stubborn energies of two people that really have a deep vow to one another to be together forever. Do you see the symbolism here? The infinity sign over both of their heads. It's funny to see, because that's like a couple to me. So I know that you guys are gonna come back together. It's just a matter of trying for someone to not let their pride get the best of them. And I just know where that affects this connection a lot. Could be your person's energy, or you may feel that that is yours. For the week ahead, though, I just see where someone is purposefully choosing to not make a decision. It's a tricky energy, because with the way that you guys go tit for tat, I wonder if you're both in this space. Well, like, of course, like if you're not going to reach out, I'm not going to reach out, so therefore no one reaches out. Just know that being in that energy only builds insecurity. It's crazy to me, because I know that you guys, when you don't hear from them and they don't hear from you, you might start jumping to conclusions. Forming like these own ideas in your head about what you think is really going on. Because I just see the energy here of jealousy. Strong Leo energy is coming through for you guys. It's crazy to me, the way that some of you are letting things come between you that you really should not let come between you. For some of you, it's petty things, it's pride. Because in the grand scheme of things, you have someone here who's like a perfect match for you. But then there's like these tests, because you guys are so alike. So it's like you bring out the best in each other, and then you bring out the worst in each other. You're both very strong and prideful people. And I know where you guys have a stubbornness about you as well. But I see the way that you just know for the week ahead, I think you guys might remain silent. I think you might choose, many of you, to see if this person is going to reach out to you, and then they're in the same energy of waiting for you to reach out, so no one reaches out. Just think back to this and remember it, and please don't jump to any conclusions about what you feel is going on. Especially if you feel like there's any kind of romantic competition. Because remember that no one else can compare to you. And to see this energy come through, it's like lifetime after lifetime, forever kind of energy. And I know that you guys are going to come back together. There's no way that you can stay apart. It's just like for the week ahead, I see where someone just might let their pride and their insecurities get the best of them. Insecurities, I don't say that as a put down. When you have a connection that's as intense as this, and you have emotions that are so heightened, inevitably you will become more sensitive, especially when things aren't always great. You can become more insecure if you feel like that love that you feel, if you feel like they don't feel it, but they do feel it. That's what I want you to remember. That's what I want you to know. I just see where for the week ahead, you guys are holding on to each other in your hearts, in your souls. But I just see where pride and insecurity really gets in the way. But you have the upper hand knowing it. You have the upper hand knowing that your person is just as insecure when they don't hear from you. Just as prideful as you are if you're the one who doesn't want to reach out. So much mirroring is going on here. This is a cycle that can be broken. You'll choose what you feel is best for you based on what you've gone through. But it might even be a relief for some of you to kind of swallow your pride and just take that chance and reach out so you can have an answer, so you can know where you stand and which direction things are going to go in. You might find that it brings a lot of relief to you if you were to do that. All right, I want to look at this Leo's energy here. I know that many of you can feel like deep down, you feel like the connection can overcome anything. And even if there's like this period of not talking and your mind starts to wander and your heart races and you feel worried, you know deep down that this is you belong to one another. That's what I want you to know. That's the energy that's here, is you truly do. And I know many of you can feel it. So you'll do what you feel is best for you. Because I just see where the energy that's coming through is someone saying like, nope, you're going to have to come to me. All right, let's look at this Leo's energy here. So Sagittarius energy is here as well, you guys. You might be Sagittarius, dealing with a Sagittarius. Strong Leo energy. I wonder how many of you guys are Leos. I'm telling you that you are going to come back together, and the connection is not done. There is still so much happiness for the two of you to have. The happiest times are ahead of you. That's what I want you to know. Some of you might just be getting to know this person, haven't been together, or maybe you weren't together long. And it's just like these growing pains of learning the other one's love language and things like that. Just know that you will overcome it. But I have to be honest with you and tell you that someone is really, really letting their pride just lead them. And their pride is saying to them, don't you make the first move. Don't do anything. Let them come to you. I know where your person is doing that, and I know where many of you are doing that, but where does it leave you? It leaves the both of you feeling very insecure. And I'm just saying, with the way that you guys are still thinking about each other 24/7, still still fantasizing about each other. Even if you're all alone, you think of this person and what you want from them, the satisfaction that you want to feel from them, the pleasure that you want to give to them and receive from them. There's a lot of like fantasies that are here. But I just see where pride is getting in the way for the week ahead. But just rest assured that what you have, like the best times are still ahead of you. And some of you might even choose to not let your pride get the best of you and reach out to your person. Because I do see a lot of communication that is eventually going to come in. So I do wonder what you guys will choose to do. Are you going to be the one who just sits back and waits for your person to reach out to you because you feel that's what you deserve? Or are you going to be the one who makes the first move? All right, you guys, so that is what I have for you for the week ahead, the 23rd through the 30th of September. I love you guys so much. I'm so happy that I got to be here with you and do another Soulmate Twin Flame Love reading. Please don't forget to show the video some love with a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and comment, share. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in a few days.